Yo, what is good, everyone? Today we are going to be simulating a war between all of the US states and Canadian provinces. Now, only one will win, and there are only wars in this. No alliances, no unifications, just war. So let's see who the first attacker will be. Looks like the first attacker is going to be New Hampshire. And who will they be attacking? That is looking like a Vermont here. Now, do they win or do they lose? Let's see. Ooh, New Hampshire loses against Vermont. And so now they get removed from the map. This is truly a sad day for the three people that live in New Hampshire. Okay, next person attacking will be Montana going against Idaho. Looks like this will be a lose for Montana. Goodbye, Montana. Now, the next attacker will be Iowa. It looks like it's going to be Nebraska. Now, do they win or do they lose? Oof. Yeah, maybe people shouldn't be declaring war because it looks like they always lose. The borders are already looking a bit different. What is this? The fourth person attacking will be Alaska. We have not seen any action from any Canadian province. Let's see. They kind of only have two choices here. You can't attack that way. And I say they have two choices because they could barely go to British Columbia, but they're probably going to go to this Canadian province. YouTube. They're going to go to YouTube. Looks like Alaska will be the first winner today. And that means that YouTube is now off of the map. Maybe Alaska is just trying to connect with the lower 43. I think it's 40. I've lost track of how many states have lost already. Now I know that YouTube is a Canadian territory, not a province, but they're still on the map. Anyway, or not anymore, Alaska just took them out. But anyway, who will be attacking? Looks like it's Pennsylvania going after New York. Now, who will be winning this? They're both basically the exact same in size. Maybe Pennsylvania will pull through and take over New York, and in fact, they will. This area of the map is going to be a huge mess for me. Oh yeah, we also have DC on this map. Time to spin that wheel. And it looks like we have the first Canadian province attacking Nunavut. Now, who will Nunavut be attacking? It could either be Alberta, British Columbia, Alaska. Oh wait, no, this is Nunavut. Who will Nunavut be attacking? It could either be Quebec, Ontario, MB, the Northern Territories. Looks like it is going to be the Northern Territories. Whatever, I think it's the Northern Territories. Don't clip that. Will Nunavut win or lose? Oof, looks like they are losing this one. Because I don't feel like using the paint bucket tool on all of these islands, I'm just gonna make the Northwestern Territories the same color as Nunavut. So just don't mind that. It's still the Northern Territory, whatever territories. Just get rid of that disgusting border and combine the two end territories. I think there's only two. I don't know. And finally, we have the collapse of Nunavut. Wow, the first Canadian province to attack gets wiped off the map. This is truly amazing. Okay, so it is the Northwest Territories. Okay, I was close enough. Looks like Quebec is attacking. Now, who will they be attacking? Looks like Quebec is attacking the Northwest Territories. Now, Will they win or will they lose? Looks like it's going to be a very close lose for Quebec. The Northwestern Territories are really becoming big. In fact, they are the biggest on this map, I do believe. The next individual attacking will be North Dakota. Maybe they will finally unite the Dakotas. Looks like instead of uniting the Dakotas, they will be going after Idaho for some absurd reason. And it looks like North Dakota will be winning this one. Here is the map so far. We have yet to see DC do anything, or most Canadian provinces, and most US states, of course. Next attacking will be South Dakota. Maybe they will unite the Dakotas. And it looks like it is not. In fact, South Dakota will be going after Nebraska. Will they win or will they lose? Oof, looks like it will be a lose from North Dakota. Maybe the Dakotas were just never meant to unite. Maybe the Dakotas were just never meant to unite. But that means that North Dakota is now the only Dakota. Now, who will be attacking? Looks like Alberta. Will they be joining the United States? And it looks like they will not be. In fact, they will be going after British Columbia. Will they win or lose? And it looks like it is going to be a win from Alberta. The next attacking will be Massachusetts. Looks like they'll be going after barely Vermont. Now, will they win or lose against Vermont? On Massachusetts' side. Up next, attacking will be Dakota. Nebraska. Dakota has, in fact, united the Dakotas by getting revenge on Nebraska. Next attacking will be Nova Scotia. Scotia. Don't criticize me for probably mispronouncing that. So, who will they be attacking? Man, looks like no one. Let's try that again. Okay, that is NL. Who is NL? Newfoundland and Labrador. Does the one that was attacking win or lose? They win. Next attacking will be Texas. And Texas will be attacking Oklahoma. And it looks like Texas will be winning this to gain this little region of the panhandle. Next up attacking will be Maryland. That's Pennsylvania. So, do they win or lose against Pennsylvania? Looks like it is going to be a lose. They fall to the Pennsylvania Empire. Oh, when all of these states fall, it's going to be painful to remove the labels. Why isn't it? It's going to be absolutely painful to remove the labels each time. But, oh well, I guess. Now, what next up is New Mexico going against no one that would have been Mexico. Do they win or lose against the Great Texian Empire? They do, in fact, lose. Sorry, New Mexico. Texas is going to be a huge square with a little tail. I don't know how I feel about that. I think the original shape was more identifiable, but I guess if you showed me a silhouette of this, and this was just like the normal Texas, maybe I would be able to tell you that's Texas. Like, maybe, like, just from this, but here is the map so far. We have a bunch of states over here that haven't really done, not Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania did a lot, over here that haven't really done anything. Same with these Canadian provinces. So I want to see some action out of them. Anyways, the next attacking will be DC finally making a move. And who will they be attacking? Looks like DC is attacking Pennsylvania. Does DC win or lose against Pennsylvania? And it looks like they lose. Wow, it would have been really funny if they won though. Sorry, DC, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, my friend. To get rid of the label for that now. Just... okay, that's good enough. The next attacking shall be Kentucky. Finally some action out of that area. Going against Tennessee, I think. Tennessee, yes. Do they win or lose against Tennessee? Looks like they win. Yeah, next attacker will be Louisiana going against Mississippi. Okay, finally, we're getting a lot of action out of this area. And it looks like it will be a lose for Louisiana. I think this border actually looks a lot better. Next up will be the Northwest Territories going after Alaska. Will they win or will they lose? I'm just gonna make Alaska this color because I don't want to color in all those little islands again. Alaska now owns almost the entire coast up here. They just need this thing, Ontario, and an S, which I forgot what that means. The next attacker will be Ontario going against Minnesota. Will they win or will they lose? Very close win from Ontario here. Kansas will be the next attacker. Texas, the Great Texian Empire, and they will be winning. No way. Kansas has taken out the Great Texian Empire. And instead of the Great Empire of Texas, it is now the Great Empire of Kansas. The next attacker shall be Virginia. Could we be uniting the Virginias? Going against we're gonna say that is North Carolina. Do they win or lose against North Carolina? Looks like a win. Okay, time for a lightning round. I'm still waiting for my home state of Alabama to do something. Next attacking will be Nova Scotia, the NS, and they will be attacking NBA, basketball. Do they win or lose? Yeah, if it wasn't clear already, I am very bad at Canadian province/territory geography. The next attacker shall be Missouri, and Missouri will be attacking the Great Kansas Empire. It's not looking too good for Missouri. But maybe, just maybe, Missouri will push through. And they will. Wow. Absolutely legendary. Missouri went from doing absolutely nothing all game to being absolutely massive. It is now the great empire of Missouri. And next will be Mississippi attacking Arkansas. Will Mississippi win or lose? Ooh. Next up is Connecticut going against Pennsylvania. Barely Pennsylvania, I believe. Will they win or will they lose? Oh my god. Connecticut went from doing absolutely nothing, just like Missouri, to being absolutely huge. Next up will be Ontario going against, looks like Dakota. Do they win or lose against Dakota? Oof. Next up will be New Jersey against Connecticut. Will it be a win or lose for New Jersey? It would be crazy if it was a win. And in fact, it is. We have big New Jersey. Man, it's kind of crazy that now New Jersey and Dakota share a land border. The next country slash state slash territory slash whatever attacking will be Alaska going against. Looks like Alberta. They're finally becoming a part of the lower states. Oh wait, they kind of already are. They're touching. Now, do they win or lose against Alberta? It would be incredible if they won. And in fact, they do. Man, Alaska is just absolutely humongous. I'll do a zoom out shot in a second. I mean, just look at how much of the map they take up. And Hawaii has done nothing. The next attacker will be Georgia going against no one. Let's spin that again. And it looks like they're going against Alabama. Please, Alabama, push through this. Will Georgia push through and beat my home state? And in fact, they will not. Let's go. I'm kind of confused now. Are we reforming the Confederacy? I'm not sure, but I hope not. Don't mind the weird border not Alaska. Don't mind the weird border that Alabama has with all of its neighboring, or almost all of its neighboring states. The paint bucket tool just kind of messed it up. The next one attacking will be Utah going against Nevada. And it looks like a win. Man, we have bigger Utah. That means more room for the churches. The next one attacking will be Wisconsin. Wisconsin has done nothing this whole game as well. And they might be going for that panhandle. Looks like they will be attacking Illinois. Is that Illinois? Is that Indiana? I think that's Illinois. Do they win or lose against Illinois? Looks like a lose. The next piece of landmass attacking will be Arkansas again, going against. Looks like Arkansas will be going against the great empire of Missouri. And so, will they win or will they lose? The great empire of Missouri. The great empire of Missouri now grows even bigger. Okay, so the great empire of Missouri takes up a decent portion of the map now, and it now borders Alabama and Arizona. Wow, that's a long stretch of land. The next piece of landmass attacking will be California finally making a move, going against Utah. Barely Utah, I think. I think that's barely Utah. Do they win or lose against Utah? Very close win. The map is looking oh so beautiful. Next up is the great empire of Missouri going against Alabama, I think. Alabama, if only this was Floridian land. Floridian land. Wow. Who will win? I'm scared for the safety of Alabama. And it looks like they fall to the great empire of Missouri. Wow. My state has fallen. And instead of being the great empire of Missouri, we now have the we now basically have the new Confederacy. So we have the new Confederacy slash Missouri taking all of this land. The next attacker will be New Jersey going against the new Confederacy slash Missouri. Now, will they win or will they lose? Oh my gosh. New Jersey has claimed the entirety of the new Confederacy slash Missouri. The map is looking a bit wonky, but instead of New Jersey, it is now even newer Jersey. And of course, the new Confederacy is gone. The next attacker will be Manitoba going against Saskatchewan, whatever. And will it be a win or a lose? Looks like a win, very close win. Or do you see how close that is? That is like a pixel. I'm starting to think that Hawaii just isn't on the wheel, considering that they haven't gone once. And Manitoba will be attacking yet again. This time going against Dakota. Well, do they win or lose against Dakota? Looks like a win. Yet again, another example of a state doing absolutely not. Oh, here is the map so far. Next up will be Colorado going against Manitoba. I don't think that's the best idea. Yeah, that was kind of obvious. I can't believe the Canadians, that's the wrong state. I can't believe the Canadians might win this battle royale. The next attacker shall be Ohio, the meme state that has done absolutely nothing the entire game, going against New Jersey. New Jersey! I don't think that's a good idea, Ohio, but you just might win. I actually wouldn't put it past Ohio to win. Of course they win. Why wouldn't they? Next up will be Illinois. They have a few options here going against the very, very great Ohioan Empire. And also something I've realized, the Four Corners is still intact. It is just different states except for Arizona. Well, does Illinois win or lose against Ohio? I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah. I really hope this doesn't turn out like the GeoFacts video where Ohio just wins. The next attacker will be Hawaii, finally doing something. They only have 3 possible states they can go after, because I don't think they can actually go after Florida, because it kind of, I think the tail of Ohio is in the way, yeah. Ohio, it would actually be so funny if Hawaii won against Hawaii, Hawaii won against Hawaii, Hawaii won against Ohio. And it turns out that's exactly what happens. I can't believe that Hawaii was the one to take out Ohio. But now we have very big Hawaii. That's probably not the abbreviation of Hawaii, but I already forgot, so. Next state attacking will be West Virginia, finally doing something as well. going against Hawaii. Maybe Hawaii can win, but I really don't think that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. Oh well. Hawaii had a good run, I guess. But that run is no more. Get rid of this border. Next up is Wyoming. I don't think Wyoming has done anything this whole round either, but they only have two choices, California or Manitoba. And it looks like they will be going after Manitoba. But will they win or lose against Manitoba? Looks like a win. Oh my gosh. I guess Manitoba was just a lot weaker than we thought. Still, the four corners are intact, just with West Virginia, Arizona, California, and Wyoming. Also, West Virginia is no longer West and is now Virginia. Let's just get rid of that W over here. The next attacker will be Virginia going against Wyoming. They're going against Wyoming. Will they win or lose against Wyoming? Wow. They had such a big portion of the map, and now they don't. Here is the current map. Also, I just realized Virginia's name should probably be changed. There was already a Virginia, so we're just gonna call it Great Virginia. And it looks like it will be Great Virginia attacking. That's Alaska. We have Great Virginia attacking Alaska. The Great War. Who will win? Looks like Alaska will be winning this one. Sorry, Virginia, but you were just not powerful enough, despite owning quite a large portion of the map. We're now down to the final 13. Alaska's name will be changed to New Russia. Who will be attacking next? Indiana finally making a move. I don't think they've done anything all game. No, they haven't. Who will they be attacking? Looks like they'll be going against New Russia. And so, will they win or lose against New Russia? Yeah, that's kind of obvious. Now, Kentucky is completely surrounded by New Russia. Next up is Maine. They haven't done anything all game either. And they'll be attacking Massachusetts, to which they will win. I guess this kind of makes sense. Anyway, here we have the map so far. We also have the final 11. Who will be attacking? Looks like New Brunswick, and they will be attacking Maine. Now, will they win or lose against Maine? And it looks like a loss, and Maine grows even bigger. We still have yet to see anything out of Florida, so maybe we'll get that now. But no, instead we have Rhode Island, who can only attack... Oh no, they can attack Maine and New Russia. Well, who will it be? Yeah, it's looking a bit like Maine to me, so... Will they win or lose against Maine? This would be a legendary win if that's what happens. No. Next up will be New Russia going against Washington. Washington's finally getting into something, but will New Russia win or lose? New Russia loses. Wow. Washington did absolutely nothing this entire game and has all of a sudden became the biggest empire. I'm just gonna make them purple, actually. The next one up will be Kentucky, and they kind of only have one person to attack. Will it be a win or lose against Washington? Yeah, okay. I didn't expect anything different to happen. The next attacker will be Arizona. They only have two possible people they can attack, Washington or California. Looks like they'll be attacking Washington. Win. Oh my god. What's up with the states that have done absolutely nothing, winning wars against the biggest states? The next attacker will be California. And it looks like Arizona. Will California win or lose? Okay. We are now down to the final five: Arizona, Florida, Maine, Michigan, and Oregon. Oregon has done nothing this whole time. Same with Michigan. Oh, Maine will be attacking. Do they win or do they lose against Arizona? Oh my god. It is now Maine against all three of the states that have done absolutely nothing this whole battle royale. Looks like Oregon will be the next attacker, who only has one possible person to attack. So will they win or lose against Maine? What is up with this? We are now at the final three: Oregon, Michigan, and Florida. The next attacker will be Michigan. Will they win or lose against Oregon? Looks like a lose. Finally, something that makes sense. Now it's the final two: Oregon and Florida. Or who will be the attacker? Let's see. Oregon is the attacker. Will they win or lose against Florida? We're going to shuffle a few times and we're going to spin. They win. Oregon, who did nothing almost the entire game, won everything. Wow. Just wow. If you asked me who I thought would win this battle royale, I would not have thought Oregon. Well, I guess that brings us to the end of the video. If you would like to see more videos like this, I guess. I'll probably do more anyway though, so don't bother liking.